Welcome to the public hearing for the East Selmon Project Development and Environment Study, or PD&E study. The purpose of this public hearing is to share information with the public about the proposed improvement, its conceptual design, all alternatives that were considered, and the potential beneficial and adverse social, economic, and environmental impacts upon the community. The public hearing also serves as an official forum providing an opportunity for members of the public to express their opinions and concerns regarding this project. There are three primary components to today's hearing. First, the open house, which occurred prior to this presentation, where you were invited to view the project displays and to speak directly with the project team and provide your comments in writing or to the court reporter. Second, this presentation, which will explain the project purpose and need, study alternatives, and potential impacts, both beneficial and adverse. And third, a formal comment period following this presentation where you will have the opportunity to provide oral statements to the court reporter or in writing. This public hearing was advertised consistent with federal and state requirements shown on the slide. The proposed project is being developed in accordance with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, public participation is encouraged and solicited without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. Persons wishing to express their concern about Title VI may do so by contacting the Tampa-Hillsborough Expressway Authority. This PD&E study is the second step of the project development process. During this step, potential social, cultural, natural, and physical impacts are evaluated. The objective of the PD&E study is to comply with the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA, and is used to support decisions concerning if, where, and what improvements should be built to address transportation needs. The study limits extend along the Selmon Expressway from the I-4 connector to US 301 in Hillsborough County, Florida. Improvements to the Selmon Expressway are needed to address travel time reliability. Over 100,000 vehicles per day use the Selmon Expressway in 2022. By 2046, that number is expected to grow to 167,000 vehicles per day. Portions of the Tampa Bay region contributing to traffic on the Selmon Expressway are expected to grow by 85% during the same time period. Traffic will continue to get worse if nothing is done. As part of every PD&E study, the no-build or no-action alternative is considered. The no-build alternative retains the existing roadway and ramps and assumes that only routine maintenance would continue into the future. The advantages of the no-build alternative include no new expenditure of funds and no inconvenience during construction. The disadvantages of the no-build alternative include not meeting the purpose and need, the continued degradation of traffic conditions, and increased congestion on the surrounding road network. From the I-4 connector to east of 78th Street, the Selmon Expressway consists of 2 lanes in the eastbound and westbound directions and 3 lanes along the elevated reversible express lanes. Within this section, the build alternative includes adding 1 lane in the eastbound and westbound directions. No improvements to the reversible express lanes are proposed. From east of 78th Street to US 301, the Selmon Expressway consists of 3 lanes in the eastbound and westbound directions and 2 lanes along the reversible express lanes. Within this section, the build alternative includes adding 1 lane in the eastbound and westbound directions. No improvements to the reversible express lanes are proposed. At 78th Street, the build alternative includes installing a signal at the eastbound off-ramp intersection. This would accommodate all intersection movements as traffic volumes continue to grow. Another notable feature of the build alternative includes relocating the westbound reversible express lanes off-ramp from west of US 301 to east of US 301. This would provide more separation from the westbound US 301 on-ramp, resulting in more space for merging traffic. Concept plans for the build alternative are displayed tonight at this public hearing and available on the project website at eastselmonpde.com. When comparing the no-build alternative versus the build alternative improves capacity along the main line by accommodating an additional 28,000 trips per day while reducing travel times by 48% during morning peak hours. Construction of the build alternative would also result in improved traffic flow to and from the ramps and improved bicycle and pedestrian crossings at the intersections with enhanced crosswalks and pavement markings. The build alternative will also improve safety by reducing future crashes by 25%. That includes a reduction of rear-end crashes and fatal and serious injuries. An important element of this PD&E study included an evaluation of the potential environmental impacts and benefits. A wide range of environmental resources were evaluated, including various social, cultural, natural, and physical features. Engineering and traffic factors were also considered. A summary of potential impacts resulting from the build alternative is shown here. This project would not cause any relocation of families or businesses. All right-of-way acquisition, if needed, will be conducted in accordance with Florida Statute 339.09 and the Federal Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act of 1970, commonly known as a Uniform Act. This project is not expected to impact any historic or archaeological sites, and only minimal impacts, if any, are expected regarding protected species and habitats. By improving traffic flow, this project is expected to improve air quality. A comparison of the impacts from the build alternatives is provided in the environmental document prepared for this project. The document is provided for review tonight, or you may visit the project website at eastselmonpde.com to review the document. A noise study report was prepared for this project. Impacted locations include the Green Ridge Estates neighborhood and the Century Crosstown Apartments. Both were found to be potentially feasible and reasonable for noise walls. These locations are proposed for future study during design and can be seen in the noise study report prepared for this project. Based on the results of the analysis, the build alternative has been identified as the preferred alternative for this PD&E study. The build alternative fulfills the project's purpose and need and will overall improve the project corridor for all users. The next step is to incorporate your input from this public hearing into the PD&E process and documentation. After the comment period closes and your input has been considered, a decision will be made and the final PD&E document will be sent to the Hillsborough Expressway Authority Board for approval. This project has and will continue to comply with all applicable state and federal rules and regulations. We welcome your comments that will help us make this important decision. After this presentation, a court reporter will be available to record your statement and a verbatim transcript will be made of all oral proceedings at this hearing. If you do not wish to speak to the court reporter, you may provide your comments in writing. Written comments received or postmarked no later than April 29, 2024 will become part of public record for this hearing. All written comments should be mailed to the address shown on this slide. Comments can also be emailed or submitted through the project website. Each comment method carries equal weight. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for attending this public hearing.